Is this thing on? Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
Oh, shit.
So what, we go out.
Let me get a lighter,
That's how it's
please.
supposed to be.
'Cause you know I'm high as fuck.
Living young and wild.
Keep that in there.
And free.
And welcome to the first ever episode of After Dark Podcast. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Justin Simmons, and alongside me, we have Patrick, Nolan, and Dylan Mayo. Remember to follow us on Twitch and subscribe to our YouTube channel where all of our podcasts will be posted if you can't be here during the After Dark hours with us. And with that out of the way, let's go, boys. Let's get this thing going. How we doing?
Great day.
Yeah? What you guys doing out here during quarantine? What are you doing to stay busy?
Well, me and Justin, we have a little project going. He bought a new dirt bike.
I did.
And by us, my dad's pretty much fixing up the bike.
Yeah, my dad's helping us out a lot.
Yeah, we just kind of hop on the other bikes and just go riding. But you know what?
So recently I got a 2003 YC 50F, and we bought it up crazy, so it's a little sketchy. We didn't know everything that was wrong with it, but turned out pretty well, and we got everything going. A little more tweaks tomorrow, but we should be good. And you recently just bought, what kind of bike did you just buy, Nolan?
I just bought a Honda CRF 250.
Hold on. Before we talk about that, should we talk about the trip to New Jersey trying to get that bike?
Oh
yes.
my God!
By the way, the toll ticket just came in.
Oh, is that how they knew?
That's how they knew. That's how they knew.
Oh yeah. I mean, we saw that coming.
I mean, we did moon like every single one of them. So. that might have been why.
No, it
Were your
only got
parents
the
mad,
back
though?
license plate. They were like upset, but I wouldn't say mad. They were mad. Yeah, they were mad.
They were a little
They were
upset.
mad.
Wait, so what exactly happened?
All right, so basically, I found the bike, and he had it up for $2,000 at first, and I got him down to $1,100, and then eventually $900. But we got in the car, and at first he wasn't answering when Nolan drove all the way after getting Malo and drove all the way to get me. He wasn't answering. He finally answered. He was sleeping.
We were percolating in Sim's driveway.
Dude, like we went.
We were ready for this trip.
Nolan wasn't
We're
even
so
parked.
ready.
His truck was like sticking out in the
know.
street.
Nolan's nose was literally in the other lane all the whole day.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on Nolan's driving, bro. He scares the
We're
shit
never
out of
gonna
me.
drive. We're never gonna drive with Nolan ever again.
Yeah,
that was
Why?
awful.
I still
Hey,
am.
Your eyes,
Bro.
you made more eye contact with Simmons in the back seat than you did with the fucking road, buddy. That was
Yeah,
horrible.
you almost
Hey.
drove us right into an
Dude.
18-wheeler when you
Dude,
My
first
no
knees
one-
were
started talking to me.
shaking.
No one can
Dude.
barely reach the pedals, bro.
That's what I
Wow.
mean. He was using a
Wow.
whippable
Wow.
bat, like he was in fucking Talladega Nights.
Oh, man. No, yeah. So
Hey,
No,
I've only been
that
in
was
one
bad.
accident.
What was the total? Like, how long did it take? Like 8 hours?
We
The whole
took-
trip?
Oh,
That was-
easily
yeah.
8 hours. Easily.
Yeah, because Nolan had to take 6 fucking pee breaks.
Oh my God.
Oh, I almost filled up 2 bottles there, I
Almost filled
believe.
up.
Yeah,
It was a
That's right, because you
really
couldn't
good
go
bike.
use a bathroom because it was quarantine.
No,
Yeah.
literally, no one would let
we
us use
did
it,
though.
Oh, except for no one.
Yeah,
No, it was Pat.
No
You
one
know,
just
you know
walked
how
in.
like, you know how when you give blood, they like replace the tubes every once in a while. Like, no, Simmons had another bottle, and Nolan was like, I think I'm gonna need it. I think I'm gonna. And he was gonna like pinch the tip and like go to the next bottle.
Oh my
It was
God,
just-
dude.
I was standing there ready with another Gatorade bottle.
Ready to hand me one.
That's friendship, though.
That is friendship.
That's some hockey
Bro,
relationship right
some
there.
some random Sunoco in like bumfuck New York, and Sim's just like ready with another water bottle right next to Nolan's horn. That was
Yeah,
bad.
but when we eventually got there, I mean,
the truck got
jeez,
stuck.
Just the street we drove on to get to the house. We drove by a lot filled with, I mean, filled like hundreds of broken down 18-wheelers just chilling there, like
Have you ever seen them?
5 feet from this guy's house.
Have you ever seen the Netflix show Making of a Murderer?
Oh yes,
Nah.
yes, I have.
How that guy lives on like that big lot of just like old cars. Like that's
Yes.
what we were driving into. And it was like-
so
it was like
sketchy. We thought we were
behind-
gonna get shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was tough.
and
it was
then
tough.
remember I got the truck stuck like in their
Yeah.
front
Right in
yard.
front of
and
there, goes
Melo-
right into the mud.
Melo
That
had
was
to get out and
awful.
push me out.
Oh,
Wait,
That
so
was
you
so
got the
bad.
bike and then Nolan got stuck?
no,
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 no, no,
that
no,
was
no,
No,
when
no,
we
no,
got
no,
there.
no,
no,
no.
no. Before
No,
we
we
got
didn't
the
even
bike.
see them first. We didn't even park yet, and Nolan got stuck.
Yeah.
Oh god,
And we had to go,
dude.
and we had to. Nolan's revving his engine, tearing up their front lawn, and like they come out just all
I still
like,
have the mud
Hey,
on my
we're here.
beer from it.
Yeah, that was bad.
So
I
then-
honestly, I didn't think they were gonna sell us the bike just because Nolan just ripped up their front lawn.
thought it was done right there.
It was in
I
the
was
woods
like-
though, so I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
They
like,
don't
let's get this bike and get out of here now.
Yeah.
Sims, how
it was
close are you
pretty
to getting
cool.
it running?
Oh, dude, the compression on the bike is, oh my god, it's so good.
It's
But,
unreal.
We
Oh,
went to go. We were getting ready. You know, we put the gas tank on. Everything was on. It was all good to go. I turned on the gas, and just gas started flooding out of the car. So the float wasn't installed back correctly. So tomorrow we just gotta, pull the car back.
Oh, you did
and
all the valve sims and everything?
Everything's done.
Yep.
His dad
Oh,
took care
shit.
of all the rest today. It's all good to go. Hopefully, knock on wood, pray to God. I'm gonna go to
Yep.
bed on my knees praying before I go to bed that this bike should be perfectly fine tomorrow. Should be fine for
That's all.
years. I replaced everything that would have to be replaced for years. So, knock on wood.
I can't wait,
Is it-
dude.
Me either. I can't wait to
Me
take the
neither.
trips, bro. I can't wait to go.
Pat,
just go find places.
We
to drive.
found a huge field like in the backwoods behind my house,
Like,
and
30
no
seconds
one's
from his
bothered
house,
us.
and they let us. Ride.
Nolan, your front yard is like
Yeah, you can't ride on
that.
it. He got yelled at for
Oh.
riding on it today. Go ahead, Nolan.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
so I was riding on Wheeler's like field, and their softball team sucks. So I mean, they don't need a good field.
They have a softball team?
So, yeah, they have a softball team.
I didn't
So,
even know, to be honest.
Next thing I know, I look over and I'm on my little Apollo 125cc, and they have a hill that I use as a little ramp, and I put it in third gear and just like ride up it, and it gives a little air. And then I look over and I see the guy in his tractor going hauling ass down the street into my driveway. So I haul ass into the woods, and I kill the bike and leave it in the woods. And then I take my shirt out and I run back and make it look like I was jogging back. And next thing I see is a tractor guy and the Wheeler head maintenance guy, like head fields maintainment guy out there. And so I sat in the woods for a little bit and I'm like, shit, what do I do now? And then the tractor guy leaves and the field guy's still there. So I come out, I act like I told the guy, I'm like, yeah, I was just out on a run. I saw like a kid go down the path, like on a bike.
God, dude.
And he's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, they've been doing it once in a while. I know their trails. And I'm like, look, my bike's right there. Like the garage door was open and everything. They saw the bike. So I'm like, my
Oh,
bike's
that's
right
sick.
there. It couldn't have been mine, and I had no helmet on. So I thought I was good. Everything, like, he was like, I was going to sit here and wait for your father to talk to him about it. And I'm like, wow, that is determination.
Oh
But
no! Did you say to him,
fair.
"Oh no, you can see my bike and I don't have my helmet on, and
No, no,
and
no.
you can see that I."
No.
Or did you? Because I could see you making it so obvious that it was you,
and
and
then
the guy just being like, "All right, idiot, can I talk to your dad, you idiot?"
and, and then I was just watching him, and I see him go down the path that I went on with his go-kart, and I'm like, oh fuck, my bike's on the path right now. Like, he's going to take it and bring it back. So I chase him down, and I'm like, you want to know the trail that he went out on? And he's like, yes, I do. And I'm like, wow, this dude needs to calm down a little bit. And
Hard on.
I like showed him a fake trail in the woods, and I'm like, it leads out to the street. I'm telling you, that's where they went. And I got away with it.
I can't
Attaboy.
believe he got away with it. I can't believe that guy was that gullible.
Yo,
Oh, I
Sim,
know.
Nolan, you are the worst.
you remember that guy? Sim, you remember that guy? Oh man, this is 4 years
Speaking
ago.
of guys yelling at us, yeah, I
The-
think I know what you're talking about.
Not the one that yelled at us at Grassy.
Oh, really?
The other guy, the guy who came out of his house. Remember that guy?
Oh, that...
Right when you get out of the baseball field.
Wait. Oh yeah. That's the guy that lives
We-
on the
if you-
corner who is
if you-
his wife
yeah.
has some.
You remember
Issues.
him yelling at us, dude?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I
He
didn't
was-
know that.
He was a dick about it. No, like, but listen, there are ways to go about it because, yes, obviously, dirt biking.
He came out
is-
swearing at us.
Oh yeah, and that's
What a
people.
dick.
And it's like, dude, if it was what 4 or 5 years ago, like we were
Oh,
kids,
bro, this.
and you come
yeah.
out there screaming and yelling and swearing at us. We're just kids riding little 4-stroke dirt bikes that were barely loud at the time. And,
Dude, it'd be like riding by on a lawnmower.
dude, it's like, come on.
It
There's
was
so
quiet.
many
Nah,
ways to
it's-
go about it.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. If that's like your main goal, like getting a kid's bike taken away, like you need to find a life. You need to grow up. Like,
Bro, I had no problem with that guy who lives next to the park saying like, listen, like
Can't have
if you could just like if you go by my house, can you not just rev it? Like I have no problem with that.
dude.
no,
that guy was
that's
cool.
Perfect. That's fine.
Yeah, and I understand.
I get that.
the noise might be too loud, but
Or
if
put
we're
it on
just
your
going-
story.
If we're just going by your house, I hate the people where we're just driving by them and then they freak out, start screaming and yelling at us like they want us to stop.
Like the
and
the
it's like,
first time all
no.
day. Like we just
Yeah,
happened
that
to go by
happened.
their house.
Simmons, that happened to us yesterday too when we went on power lines. That woman, when we came out on the street, she like went over to us and she was like shaking her finger at me. What are you gonna do about it?
I
Like,
didn't even
that's
wanna
town
give that-
property.
that lady the time of day, because especially now with the whole quarantine thing, like you gotta understand, kids are just trying to be kids. They're just trying to have fun. They're trying to occupy themselves with things to do, and riding a dirt bike, there's almost nothing that beats that.
Yeah.
And they just try
Sam,
to
you were gonna
take it away.
you were
from
gonna
you.
like just you were gonna take yourself if you didn't have a dirt bike soon.
Dude, I missed it, man. I wish I never had to get rid of my 125.
I could hear it in your voice. The life just like you were at about 2%, and there
It just
there
my
was
mind
no
state
coming back.
is so much better when there's a bike in my garage. I don't know. I feel so much
No,
better.
I get I know what you feel.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Well, okay. Listen, we got the pit bike, and now we got the pit bike basically for like you or Mike, and for us just to throw it around. You know, like you can come
Yeah.
riding with us. Mike will come riding with us.
Dude, I'm not joking. I would break my face the first
No, you wouldn't.
sec.
This-
I'd be
this-
better
No, you
than
wouldn't.
Pat. I wouldn't
You're not
stall it.
riding a
I
dirt
wouldn't
bike.
stall
better
it.
than me?
No, I wouldn't stall it, but I'd
Bro,
break my
I
face.
stalled like once.
You stalled a shit ton
Once.
of times when we
What's
went
a
riding.
twonce?
Who are you trying to?
Bro,
who are you
that
trying to
stuff, bro.
convince?
You're capping. You're capping.
No,
What?
yeah.
No,
No.
no one's
Uh,
staring
Only
at the
other
wall.
person riding with us. How
No,
many
I
times
was-
do you
I was
think
like,
Pat's
I
on
mean-
this bike?
Definitely more than I do.
No, I'm saying
Um,
on our ride. Like, if you had to say a number.
It was
like,
all right. It was probably realistically, it was probably 12.
I would go more 5.
Simmons
What are
has
you
left the
talking
call.
about?
I would go 5. I
We're
had
also
to
talking to
calculate it in my head.
Yeah, keep in mind
Yeah,
we're
Nolan.
talking to Nolan,
The only thing you have calculated in your head is I can't even say it on the podcast. Just
Yeah, let's just keep that for after. The After Dark podcast.
Oh yeah, that's
Alright, so what are you guys trying to do to keep yourself busy in these quarantine times other than riding dirt bikes? So you guys just what you got going on?
I've just been playing shell.
yeah.
How's school with how's the school with the online courses with
Oh.
Matt and Nolan? How you guys doing with those?
The worst thing that ever happened to me
Really? You don't
because
find it easy?
I just didn't do all the work, and then I had to grind all the
Parents are
work.
probably
Like,
listening.
oh yeah, no, they know. Don't worry, because I was like, Mom, if I don't get these homeworks in, I'm failing out of Stonehill College. So
I remember that Snapchat you sent me. You were
Oh
like,
my
if I
God.
don't do this, I'm failing out of Stonehill.
Dude,
And I was
Yeah.
like, boy.
the whole time it was like 2 days in a row. I just was going over to his house and we were just working on the bike, and this kid was like, "I have so much homework to do, and if I don't get it in by like tonight, I'm gonna like fail."
yeah.
And I was like, "So shouldn't you be doing it?" It's like, "Nah, let's just go ride."
Yeah,
Nah,
it was
dude,
dirt
this-
bike right here.
Dude, this whole like quarantine thing has like made me procrastinate stuff like so much more.
Yeah, what were you
Yeah,
just working
no,
on?
that's what I'm saying.
I have clients that I work with because I'm financial planning major, and I just had to write a 61-page report on like all of our meetings and everything. So
You got a big dick.
so they kind of sucked. I've been working on it since 2 p.m. and I have about 4 pages left.
If you wanna
pages out
do
of the
some-
61.
Left to do.
That's really good though, no?
Well, it's
Dude,
Like,
4
half of
pages,
them-
I would blow
Yeah.
my brains out. That's
Half-
oh no.
No,
But
that's
he's got
terrible.
4 pages out of the 61 he's
no.
done, guys.
Opposite. I have
Oh, yeah,
I
never
have
mind.
57. I have
Fuck
57.
that. No.
Yeah,
But,
no, if I had
like-
a 5-page assignment to do,
But it's
I'm not
not-
doing it.
But
Yeah, no.
it's like 30 of the pages aren't like full pages. You know what I mean? If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's
I
like
get
There's a
it
double
like
space.
half of them are descriptions of like it's basically like an update on how they were doing. It's not like a full report,
Oh,
like a
Yeah,
full like
Okay.
single or double space page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more
I
of
have
like
no
a
idea
couple
what you're talking-
questions.
and is like
Oh, work.
is like 61 like the minimum or
No, I had the most in the class.
No, again.
no
just
shit.
that
Yeah, I
huge
did.
piece.
I'm not trying to flex right now, but
Wow, you must be cool.
hey, you
Your
guys hear
horn
this?
is like the Batman sign. I can see it every time I need help.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got my ass handed to by a econ exam today. I definitely got like a 30 on that thing because Simmons would come over and I would want to ride, and he's like, yeah,
yeah, no,
so
that's
let's
right.
work on the bike and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'll just log into class and then just leave the laptop open and just
That's what
walk
he was
away.
doing.
Oh, this damn Simmons guy, dude. Him and his riding dirt bikes.
I know,
that kid.
screwing over my schooling.
Yeah, not caring about the education in this country. Kids just
Yeah.
Yeah, education.
I
Nolan's
don't have
education.
I don't have dirt bike or education. I chop fruit. I cut fruit and then I put it out.
So for
Oh,
man.
what?
Simmons also taught me how to cock slap a ball down the fairway.
Oh yeah. No, honestly,
What?
no, well this kid was like, I want to learn, like I want to go golfing and stuff, and I was like, dude, I work literally at a golf course, like we can get out anytime you want. We just gotta work on your swing. And for the people that don't know, my dad's a PGA professional golfer, not obviously like the one on TV, like he's not still touring or
God.
anything, but so you could say
John's got a big guy.
so you could say
Hey, Sim.
So I worked with Nolan, and at first he was topping the ball like 4 feet, and then 15 minutes into me working with him, he was clapping them down the field.
Attaboy, Nolan.
I was proud of myself.
Would you guys go golfing? Like I know you guys
Dude,
don't
I-
golf, but
Oh, I'll
In
go
high-
golfing.
In high school, when like my sophomore year, my oldest brother Zach moved, like, I'm not even joking, 7 times when I was in high school, and he lived right next to SAR, our baseball coach,
Yep.
or like our varsity baseball coach,
yep.
and he was having a yard sale, and I was just kind of over one day, and I was picking through his stuff, and I bought SAR's old wooden golf club. I don't know if I still
Wow.
have them, but like, dude, if you ever want to go golfing, I would cock slap some balls down the fairway with some wood fucking.
With SARS wooden,
Dude, I would
golf clubs.
I
Dude,
would
you'd be
go out
surprised
and
how far
buy
those
white
things can
mutton
send you.
chops. No, like I would go full.
Oh, you
like,
would look-
I'd get the whole outfit, dude. I would
You
buy a
would look
fucking
Oh,
beret.
God,
amazing.
we fucking
I would buy a
have to.
plaid beret, dude. I would
With
I would
the
go
flow.
hard
Yeah,
for
dude.
it.
When
Oh,
I was caddying in tournaments, they had the day where you dressed up in like all the old stuff. That gear, like, it can look pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie.
What are
You
the
look goofy,
what's that
but-
sport? What's that sport called? Like, it's like really old and white. They play it on like horses. They,
oh,
like, they
polo,
smack-
polo.
It's
Polo.
No,
What?
it starts with a C. No, shut up. It's
No, it's
Uh,
that was
it's
you
polo.
made us- You made us
Croquet.
guess it right away.
Croquet.
It's an
Okay.
English game. It's an
That's-
English
yeah.
game.
All right,
That's not-
that is that not old and white?
Yeah, but it's
So
not.
I didn't-
American.
hey,
It's
that's
just
not
on
American.
horses, right?
I'm not
Okay,
disagreeing. That was the
Could I-
perfect way to describe it.
Isn't croquet
old
like
and
what,
white.
what my grandma played at the
Yeah,
nursing
it's
home?
the thing you stick the little white things in the
Yeah.
ground and then you hit the ball.
And then you, yeah.
Yeah, I have those. Could I use that as like a putter?
Dude, I mean, I definitely. as
You
a
would have to
putter,
do
Get
the Happy
tapped
Gilmore
in.
shot.
Dude,
Get
honestly,
tapped,
those
give
things
it
are
a
like
tap, tap,
clubs.
tap,
They might
woo.
send a golf ball.
That's what I mean. I could fucking finesse that bitch in the hole. I'm just give a little.
No, yeah, you could. Definitely could. But no, yeah, I could literally. I'm not. I don't know, like when this. Obviously, no one knows when this pandemic thing is gonna end. But if we wanted to go on the course right now, we couldn't take like carts out, and carts are, half the fun. You have all your stuff, and you put music and stuff. If we were just to walk 18 or 9 holes, it's not the same, as
That's
riding
the
carts.
AIDS.
It's a good workout for the boys, though.
It's not even that bad, trust me.
Yeah, but if you're just getting buckled, Nolan, it's not a good workout. If you're just buckled in a cart, dude, you can't.
Oh, I fell out of a golf cart once golfing with my cousin in Florida.
Dude, yeah, I'm not surprised.
He was like
How?
driving.
How?
Pull
So
up.
so he was like driving past the ball, and I'm like, that's my ball right there. Like, I need to get it. So I grabbed the golf club out of the bag, and while he's going, like, not full speed, but while he's going pretty fast, I just step out of the golf cart. Next thing I feel is myself face plant with the golf club in my right hand held out, and everyone on the course is just staring at us.
God. Yeah, but no, like I said, we would be able to get us out there for. I think we would just have to toss like $5 each for the cart when it's normally like $30 a person for the cart. So, we
Really? Is it that bad?
Well, yeah.
Is it that,
if
like-
you do 9 holes, I think it's $10 for the cart. But if you're doing a full
that's not
round
bad.
18, I think it's like 25. It's been.
Oh, we'll
it's
be
been-
doing a full round.
I haven't heard those numbers since last summer, so it's a little off for me.
We putting money on this game?
Attaboy.
You don't want to.
Jesus.
Hell
Dude,
no,
no.
dude.
Nolan, are you dumb or stupid, dude?
Do you just
You're
try to
talking-
lose money?
Yeah,
I'm going with
Take-
Melo.
Dude, if you just want to give me money to just like bring you, that's fine. But dude, putting money on a game with Simmons in it is just
No.
losing money.
No, I say you,
That's like saying that's what
Melo,
a
me,
card
and
board is.
Pat put money on the game. Between us three, who wins? Because we automatically know Simmons wins
Between
first.
you three, I would think Nolan, but I haven't
Pat.
seen Pat also hit a golf ball. So
Dude, I can yam it down the court.
yeah, I believe.
Dude, Pat's also just
Down
athletic.
the court?
But can you be accurate? Yeah, down the
Course,
court. Hold up.
idiot.
Oh.
Yeah, the field.
What?
Hey, my bad. My bad.
Down the field.
That's
Yeah, Pat, you definitely can whack it down the field, bro.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Hit it right into a grand slam for a touchdown.
You should have Discord noise. Pat left the call.
Well, in the meeting we had, Pat was like mid-sentence, and next
Yeah,
thing we
just
just
gone.
hear
Yeah,
is
then just gone.
gone, just gone.
Gonzo.
Dude, oh my god. Getting back to that whole Snapchat thing where I can't even like open Snapchat without my phone just being like, nah.
Did you
No,
check to
that's
see if it
crazy,
has
Pat,
an
because
update?
I used to get that all the time, and
Yeah.
I just kind of like, I just take it off the chin and not say anything, and just kind of be like, well, I guess my
You guys
Snap's
don't wanna
fucked
fix
now.
my Snapchat?
I don't know. I just like,
Turn it off, turn
if
it back
if
on.
my
That's my only advice.
exactly,
I was just
I'll, like,
trying to
I'll
snap,
uninstall
man.
it for a sec.
I mean, I can hit up my Apple IT tech guy if you want, but
Oh, big tech guy,
yeah.
big
Yeah,
nerd
yeah.
guy,
Like, I
Big,
actually need
big nerd
Big
team
guy.
guy,
big guy over here.
nerd
Geek
team, nerd
guy.
squad, geek squad. That's what it is. Fuck.
Idiot.
I know. Beatty, big
Yes,
Beatty.
so basically, for the people that don't know, we all met through high school and basically through hockey, and we got really close through hockey. So, any hockey stories you guys got? Off the top
Can
of
we
your
talk
head?
about the slip and slide?
We
You
got
start
tons
with
of
slip and slide?
stories.
well, what else is there? I mean, there's like the locker boxing.
Oh,
Can we,
how about
can we start from
Ando?
our freshman year? Yeah, let's start from our freshman year, Sim.
Yeah,
Like when
This is back. We're talking about
What?
back when we weren't even really that close. We started started talking to each other. Started going to whose house did we go to after that? Was it just
Borski's.
The freshman year?
Borski's.
no
No.
freshman year that was
We
no
went to
Sim,
Ando's.
our
We went
freshman
to
year.
Ando's.
Nah, dog. Our
No,
freshman
Ando's
year,
was
that was when
junior
Ando.
or senior.
Yeah, that was when Ando would take. Ando's dad would drive everyone to practice, and me and you
Oh
would walk,
My
dude.
God, yes.
You guys
my
walked?
fuck- Yes,
We had
I
to
forgot
walk,
about
dude.
that. Right through downtown Pawtucket.
Yes,
Could
we had to
not
walk
take Ando
fucking.
anymore.
Yeah, because we
At the
used to
time.
go early with them every day, and we used to locker box. And I think what finally broke the straw is one day, Sim and Ando were locker boxing, and Ando went below the belt,
Dude,
and
just right off the
Simmons
bat,
kind of
punched
just
me in the nuts.
yeah.
I went down to the ground.
Wow.
And he kept punching me in the head. I
straight
was
sack
like,
shot,
hello?
Wow.
straight sack shot.
Like,
How
we
I
many
had
know
it-
it was
points
dude,
was
kind
we
of
that
a dirty move.
minus?
We had it on film and everything, and he was like, I didn't
It
even
was
mean to
enough,
do
Nolan.
It, bro,
It was enough.
so obvious.
It was
Wow.
enough punches, but you know,
And I'm like down,
so
grasping
that
for
kind
air,
of
and he's just wailing on the back of my head. I'm like, yo, you're nasty, dude. Someone's gonna sign you.
so that happened. So we were just kind of like, fuck it, and we just kind of started walking to practice every day, and then
And then
fucking
finally,
then
Duffy.
a junior Duffy who, off the record, could be our dad.
Literally.
Didn't he
When
have a
he came
beard
out of the
like in
womb.
8th grade?
Yeah,
When he
he's-
had a
dude, he's
womb,
got-
he
he's
looked
already
like Chris
has-
Stapleton.
He already has 2 children. But, you know.
Yeah,
He's,
2
dude,
kids.
but he's doing well right now, seems like it, so.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
having-
like
living
he
He's
was
still, he's still a firefighter?
I probably has a mustache. I don't know.
He's getting that
But,
dad
like-
bod, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was like the George LaRocque of the team,
Oof.
like salt of the earth guy. But like, if you ever looked at that girl Emma on our team, he would rip you apart without a second thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you got on the ice for a shift and she was on the ice, you're dead.
Dead.
But he started taking us to practice, and that just desensitized me and Sim, I think, for the rest of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because
that started it.
the insults that were thrown at us, just innocent little freshmen,
Yeah, just had to
just
sit there
getting
and take it.
torn apart.
Because he's giving me a ride home, too, on top of it, so it's like, I can't say
Yeah.
anything.
you have to
Dude,
take it.
And beefing your sister, so.
The worst part, though,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
that was
that
a
could
joke
stand
our
for
freshman
podcast.
year.
Oh
That was
man.
a joke. That was a joke our freshman year.
That's really good. Trust me.
Ah, ha, ha.
Oh, motherfucker, I forget where I was going.
All right.
Oh,
What
yeah,
were we
yeah.
talking about?
So,
Alright.
when he would take me home, he claimed that he never got any red lights when he was driving by himself. And I swear to God, because it's my luck, anytime we would hit a red light, he would punch me really fucking hard wherever he desired, and we hit every single red light. I swear to God, every time we
slow up on a stale green light and just be like,
yeah,
ah,
he would
fuck
do
it,
on
I just
purpose
wanted
half
to.
the time. Are you kidding me? Especially if like I got lucky and we got a green light. The next one, if it hesitates, if it turns yellow for a second, he's slamming on the brakes.
What a kid! I love it.
It was good.
No, but
times.
him and Long had like a mom and dad relationship, like a
yeah.
hardo dad and like a loving mom that like
Yeah,
still
Josh
kind of
Long
chirped
looked like
you
the-
but loved
the
you.
Mom too.
No, but he was literally Nick Lindstrom out there.
No, yeah.
I don't care.
No, he
D2 hockey, Nick Lindstrom.
was. He was.
That kid, he had the best flow ever. He had great name. That kid, he had it all.
If you guys could
Functional-
go back and change one thing in your high school hockey career, what would it be, and why?
Be not fat.
Probably-
You would just change not to be fat.
Be better
Okay.
than I
All right,
was.
so work hard. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Work on.
that works. I would probably, I don't know, work on rushing the puck more.
Nolan, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I was
You
gonna
were a
say, you
fucking
are a
winger, dog.
Stay at home.
if you played winger, you that would have been it. But
You
I
D-man.
know,
no,
but-
you were a good defenseman. No,
No, you're
No,
the
no, no.
D-man I want in front of me, the one that stays at home and does his job in the defensive zone, and that's the most important part. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
the 5'3" defenseman back there.
hey,
5'3".
could have
No,
been
this is
4'11".
for the viewers out there. My freshman year, I was probably 4'11".
4'9".
Yeah, maybe 4'9". Senior year, I
Still
got to
4'9".
5'3", but on the stat
Okay.
sheets it says 5'5". But
In the
yeah,
pants.
so I'm that little defenseman
Oh,
right
dude,
there.
this whole year I got screwed in stat sheets with my height. You know how many times they would go back and forth with putting me at 6'1" and 5'11"? And the 2 inches fucking matter, and I'm not talking sex-wise.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know that.
No.
The guy
That
over
is-
here.
At least they're not saying. At least they're not saying like you're 5'8".
No, I know. Well,
I'm-
God, are you kidding me? That wouldn't help
Dude,
them
you-
either.
Dude, if they're saying you're 6'1", like I'm pretty much the same height. Well, not.
Well, I'm 6
I'm like,
feet.
you're not 6 feet,
According to my
Are
doctor,
you?
I am. Yeah.
bro.
Are
What?
you?
Really?
Yeah, I'm
What?
6 feet even. Guys, I was 5'11" in high school.
Oh, I'm like 5'10" and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
Pat, you're not
you are like
5'10".
6'2", big
You're
guy.
5'8".
No, Pat's not talking
You're
about that.
perfect.
No,
Get
I'm
no,
not
out of
6
here,
feet.
dude.
Pat's
Dude, I'm not
Get
6
out of
feet.
here.
Pat,
Pat,
you're
I am not
You're
6 feet.
5'8".
You need a new doctor.
Maybe some measuring tape?
Fuck. Is he eyeing it, or is he like actually measuring you? Is he...
No, he's
I don't know,
definitely
dude.
eyeing
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
look like 5'8".
He just looks at my
Yeah,
teeth.
6'3" today. I don't know. Like, does he take your blood and measure it off of that? Like, how is he doing this? That's
I
that.
just go to
That's that. That's
I'm
that
about
quick
to
math.
go to that doctor. He would make me at least 5'7".
No one's Zdeno Chara now.
God, that would need
That'd
a
be-
stretch machine to make that kid Zdeno Chara.
Dude,
I wouldn't
there's-
even
there's
want to
no
know
way.
what I would look like that tall.
Me either. You probably
Nolan.
look creepy.
Nolan, if you
Like a
you break
pedophile.
enough stuff and you are small, if you were any bigger, I think your parents would already be 6 feet under. Honestly, they couldn't take it.
I'm
Dude.
surprised how short you are, because your parents aren't that short.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
my dad's 5'11" and my
And
mom's
he
5'8".
probably shrunk like three inches over the years, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't your dad like a
6'2"?
sick catcher too, Nolan?
Yeah, he was a catcher.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Dude,
The
and-
only
and he
catcher
rode-
in this. Yeah, he rode dirt bikes. The only catcher in the
Uh-oh.
state to pick off Mike Stenhouse. He played in the MLB. Played in a
dick.
few All-Star games.
Rocco Baldelli out here.
Who did,
Yeah.
who did he,
Chris Iannetta in
who
the
did he strike
flesh.
out? Marco, who?
No, he threw him out like catching
threw him
them.
out.
Mike
Yeah.
Stenhouse. Mike
Yeah.
Stenhouse.
I just want to look.
Looking him up.
Yeah. I want to see
He's from Cranston.
No, okay, well.
Big Mike stud guy.
I got like a governor, so.
Oh, he is the
Oh.
governor of a state now.
Oh, is he?
Attaboy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Hey, thanks, Nolan.
Former outfielder and first baseman and designated hitter. He played for the Montreal Expos from 1982 to 84 and the Twins in 85 and the Red Sox in 86.
Yep, my dad picked him off. That's his fame. That's his claim to fame.
So, let's talk about a little bit of Corona. I don't want to talk about it too much, though. Let's talk about these protests that are
I'm done.
popping up all across.
Oh,
all
I
over the
like
place.
this.
Because I could talk about this shit for I don't know how long. Let's start off with Michigan. Michigan is the third highest reported coronavirus deaths, only following New Jersey and New York. But yet, everyone the other day, I think it was a week ago, thousands of people chose to get in their cars and go block off hundreds of streets and park in front of the State House and just protest. What do you guys have to say about that?
Why though?
look, why? Why?
Because
It's
they don't wanna
not
be,
the
they don't wanna
government
be
that's
told to stay at home. That's
Yeah,
what
and-
like
and it's not the government that's doing this. It's this disease. If we ran our lives like we do every day, half this population would have corona right now.
again.
Like we have to do this.
Oh, man.
Melo, come on.
Are you
That wasn't
serious?
me. That was Pat. That wasn't me. Dude,
I don't know, man.
I'm negative.
Yeah, no,
Got my
Pat-
negative
Pat
results
and
today.
Pat's dad are very against Corona, and they don't.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
dude.
Pat will
well,
be the
dude.
asshole that's at the State House tomorrow. Pat and
Well,
his dad.
dude.
Will Kelsey be
dude.
there?
Big joke guy.
And there he's listen. At least it took
Easy.
42 minutes for him to say something about your sister. It took
Facts.
5 minutes for my sister to get brought up.
What do you mean?
Oh man, no,
It was
dude.
like
I don't know.
20.
I don't know, dude. I swear to God, we had Corona back in fucking January. All right, dude. There was people like with flu-like symptoms testing negative for the flu. I swear to God, people, dude. We were already exposed to it. Okay.
No, I
So it's
And
just
I
hanging around
honestly-
your ankle right now.
Well, no, honestly, dude, I don't believe the numbers that are coming out because they're changing so much, dude. Like last week on the CDC, it was like I don't know, it was I want to say like 60 something thousand deaths, right? Dude, it's like 33. It's like what they freaking resurrect from the dead. Like
Well-
what just happened, bro?
No, so what's happening? And I read this somewhere. The hospitals get $30,000 for every corona death they have.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
When
Dude,
someone
oh,
dies
man.
in the hospital from a heart attack,
Because it's
They-
because it's from the government, right? 'Cause
Yes.
it's the pandemic thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but that's
I know it's from
big
the government,
speculation.
but
Well, dude, no,
Just
that's
'cause
actually
they had
true. What
someone-
no one's
No,
saying is
that's
actually
true.
true.
No, but like just them, just like saying hospitals do that, like just like as like a
You're
broad
telling me-
blanket like that is kind of like meh.
It's
you're
kind of
telling
scary.
me they wouldn't do that though? Like if
All right,
some-
I'm
you
not
could
saying
get
I
handed
wouldn't.
$30,000, and
Well,
you're
say
telling
it
me the
is.
hospital's truth, like there's
Shit,
no
I'd-
way.
so you
Shit,
Right,
I'd
well-
kill myself for 30 grand. Shit, I'd set my parents up, but like
So
I'm not
No,
saying-
you don't
first of all,
get
you're an
that.
idiot
Like,
if
the
you think
hospital
30
gets
grand
that.
is setting up your parents. So please
Yeah.
don't do that.
well, setting up the funeral at least. You know what I mean? Like I'd
Congrats,
I'd throw
man.
my
There wouldn't be a
alley-oop.
funeral if you didn't kill yourself.
It's like a
I'd throw in
scholarship
an
for a
alley-oop.
funeral.
Yeah, true.
An
Closed
alley-oop,
casket.
dude.
Closed casket alley-oop. Yeah. Slam, bam, dodge, ram, bro. Kidding me?
Yeah, but
No,
No,
but what Nolan was saying with that
It's
with
true.
that stuff, like no, it's true, but these like the people who are at the highest risk, right? So people who had like cancer, people who had respiratory and like
older people.
diseases and
Oh,
and especially
Don't
with
get me
AIDS.
started with
So
this.
they and it sounds bad. We're essentially on their way out, right? For example, right? We'll take someone who's probably like 90 something, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they got coronavirus. They didn't die from old age, right? They died from coronavirus. Now, if they had the flu, they would have died of old age complications due to influenza, right? And that's where all this shit happened was where all of a sudden they're dying from coronavirus. Well, no, they died from old age, and now the hospitals are getting X, Y, and Z amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm so like I don't know.
Listen.
Dude, it's so skeptical right now because you can't you with all like the news you can't really like I don't know, dude.
You can't really trust anybody, in my opinion. You
Exactly.
Can't trust the news, you
No,
can't
you
trust the
can't.
government. Everybody knows you can't
because
trust the
it
government.
doesn't, dude. It's not right. It doesn't sound
It
right.
doesn't fit. No, it doesn't.
Okay, but
I don't know.
Going back to the part of being sick, a lot of people, like, they did a study on this. A lot of people were sick in December and January with not
That's
the
what I'm
flu.
saying.
And I was
That's
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying.
people. I was on a bus trip for 9 hours, and those whole 9 hours and the next day when we were staying in the hotel, I was by far the most sick I have ever been in my entire life.
Dude, I swear to God,
Dog.
we
All right,
already have
all
it.
right.
And
All
they're
right,
saying
all
that
right,
people
all
that
right.
got the corona
I'm sorry.
are like immune to it, but then they changed their minds and said, no, you're not. You could definitely get it again. So
See,
no
sorry.
one really knows
Listen,
what's going on.
I just think
find
no
it-
one knows anything about this disease, honestly. You
It's all
can't
news.
trust
find it
anything
hard
that
to
comes out
believe
about
that-
this thing.
I find it hard to believe that fucking 2 of the 4 of us have had corona and just have been asymptomatical. Ha laughed it off. Live to see another day.
It wasn't.
I just
well,
don't
first of
believe
all,
that
100%
because
20-year-olds
Pat's saying that
are
he's
the
just
people-
he was coughing for a couple days. He had
Well,
corona.
no,
Yeah,
not
now-
me.
now
My
Sims-
sister
I
was sick.
I
I
was-
wasn't me. I didn't have
Wait,
corona.
wait. This just went from
Alright.
you being sick, Pat, to your sister being
No,
sick.
Yeah, I
I
thought
never.
you
I
said it.
never said I was sick.
Dude,
I said I
check
was
the
sick.
tape.
All right.
Check the tape.
Yeah, it's recorded.
Dude, I-
Check the tape.
Clip it.
No,
Jack-
dude. I was saying that people were sick in January with flu-like symptoms.
No, a
Yeah.
lot of
But weren't-
people are saying
but
that at my
no,
arena.
No, it's not. People
Okay,
are saying
but-
it. It's proven. People did a study on the amount of people that were sick with an unknown disease in December and
All
January
right.
was a huge spike.
All right, when did the coronavirus come over to the United States?
No one knows. that.
January.
It is
No one
impossible
I'm
knows.
saying.
to
I'm
know.
saying January.
I think
Bullshit.
It is
January,
Bullshit.
impossible to
December.
know. It's impossible. It could've-
Fucking
guys,
when did Tebow have it?
it
When
could've
did
been
Tebow have
around-
it?
Tebow had it
Tebow
in
wasn't the first
March,
one.
But
Tebow
Tebow
wasn't
was
the first
not
one.
the first
Oh,
one.
He was the
Okay,
first one in
well,
like
hold up.
Rhode Island then.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
yeah,
Hey, Rhode Island.
because they actually knew what it was.
Yeah.
How would you?
Listen,
How would you guys get it
Listen.
if it's just not here?
this
Because
No, I'm
scary-
just
no one knew what
speculating.
it was.
Melo, I'm speculating.
Let's reel it in here.
Yeah,
for a
okay.
second, guys.
Let's like speculate in realism right now for a second.
That is
let-
real.
all right.
Okay, the
What?
realism
All right.
is
When?
that no one
How
knows
would
what's
it?
going
How
on.
would you get it if nobody has gotten it in the United States or no one has it in the United
Bro,
States?
we have.
I
Well,
know
I'm
nobody knows
thinking-
for sure, but like,
A
dude,
foreign
if,
we
person.
didn't shut down. We didn't shut down essentially like travel from China until I don't know. I think it was what end of January or something like
It
that.
was,
right?
okay,
it was.
yes,
wasn't shut
yes,
down.
but
I'm
in that
thinking it
half a
came
month-
before
A lot
in
of
that-
travel wasn't
Dog,
shut down till, like,
how?
February,
because
March.
China, you can't believe what China says, dude. They definitely 100% lied about this whole thing, and it was definitely a thing like December and early January.
Dude, you gotta realize.
No,
You
this is-
can't
yeah.
believe
Well,
China. You can't
Have
believe
you
China.
seen all the things that have
China.
come out about this thing? Wuhan, China has the biggest virus lab in the world where they work with viruses. And there was even a journal talking about a corona thing that was going to be let out to the population.
Yeah, dude,
Like-
I don't trust China.
Like, it's literally been on the news.
I don't
It's not
trust
even a
them.
conspiracy theory. No, but they did a good job on my Apollo dirt bike, so I forgave them for the corona.
The
Dude,
fuck?
I'll give China some credit on that part. That bike runs mint, and I don't know why.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
big
rattles.
Toyota guy.
You're
Oh,
you're
it
right.
rattles. You
You're
need some bolts.
you're
but it'll
riding
be
and you're just
fine.
hearing clink 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 clink.
You just need some bolts. I think it's missing some bolts on the engine because it seems like the engine seems to vibrate when it gets to high RPMs. So
All right. Enough dirt bike talk.
yeah, back
Yeah,
to the
let's
car.
do it.
But the whole thing is it's very scary because they claim and they came out with all these statements claiming they knew where it came from, they knew when it came in here, and they really don't know. This virus could have been here fucking a year ago, and
That's what I'm
we
saying.
don't
You
know.
can't. The
It
reason
was
we
only
don't know
discovered until
is
this
because
year.
you can't trust
Okay, but
China's
what are the odds
numbers.
that 2 of the 4 kids in this fucking podcast have gotten it and have just
I
sneezed it
I
off?
never said I had it.
No, but all right,
I
but
think
all
I
right,
did, yeah.
okay. Shit, I don't get it.
Dude, it's very possible. They literally came out and said that it is very possible that many people already had corona and had zero clue.
Usually,
whole
you
team-
get like
dude, it went from
Then
mild
why
me-
symptoms.
then why didn't you give it to your parents who were
Okay,
like your grandparents
because you
who were
didn't listen.
60 or
You didn't listen. I was on
Okay,
a
okay,
4-day
okay.
trip, and we went from New York to New Jersey on this trip, and this is when I started feeling terrible. And we ended up canceling and not playing our third game because it went from me and one kid being sick to our whole team being sick. And our coach was like, "Yeah, we literally can't play." And we
Yeah,
went
that's what
home.
happened to my sister's
We went home a day
like
early on our
roommates
road trip.
too.
I'm telling you. I'm not saying for sure. I have zero way to confirm it, and I don't want to say I'm confirming it. But I really believe that since it spread so quickly and so many people were violently, and I mean violently sick, one kid trashed the hotel bathroom with throw up. Like,
It makes
destroyed it.
sense.
Yeah, but
The
is
da-
throw
the
up
dates line up.
is throw up a symptom of corona?
It's like I'm pretty sure they're like it's like flu symptoms. It might be. Actually, I
Might
think
be.
it is.
A lot
But
of
like
I don't know, dude.
people end
respiratory.
up throwing up from you're coughing so much too.
Oh yeah,
Like, you know.
that's
Cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, 100%. That was fever, chills. Yup. Repeatedly shaking. Yup. Headache.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't remember
basically
headache. Sore throat.
you
100%.
think you have a flu.
And I couldn't smell or taste anything. That was 100% true. I didn't eat anything. I couldn't either, but I couldn't smell or taste anything.
You had the flu. You had the flu. You
There's
just
no
had the
So
flu.
way.
let's look at the symptoms
There's no way. It's definitely
of the
corona.
flu.
It's the
Fever,
it's
cough,
it's
sore
the
throat, runny or stuffy nose, muscle or body aches, headaches, fatigue. Some people may have vomiting or diarrhea, though it is more common in children than adults. Listen, like I said, I couldn't confirm it. Once I heard that
It makes
the whole
sense. No, it makes
January
sense.
thing was a possibility, I was like, damn, I might have had corona. Our whole team might have
That's
had
what I
corona.
think. That's what I think. To be
But
honest with
see-
you, I think we had it
Zero
earlier.
way to tell because no one went to a doctor. But
Well, because we didn't know. We didn't know.
no,
It's just like, oh,
just thought
he
it was
doesn't
sick.
have the flu. That's weird. Let it run its course type
Yep,
of thing. You know what I mean?
That's all that happened.
yeah.
I just wanted to bring something up. Today I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw like this story about a kid, and it was saying like how the kid died from corona but never caught corona. So then I stopped and I watched it, and his dad was like, "Oh, he couldn't deal like not being around people like this. Humans need to be in contact with humans. They can't be like socially like distanced or stuff like that." And look, I'm very sorry for the family that lost their kid, but guys, everyone is in the same boat. Like, it's not just you.
And
Like, just
that goes
hold
back to
on.
the whole protest thing too. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't understand it. Like, you guys think you're the only ones. Like, these states that are just there's like 4 or 5 states in the recent weeks that have had crazy, and I mean crazy, protests, flooding
Yeah.
the streets with cars.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you guys really think you're the only ones that want to be out of their house? Want to like? I'd rather have 3 jobs right now and be working from day to night than to be doing this pandemic thing that's been going on. I am losing my mind.
Oh no,
I
I
mean,
agree
I-
100% with you.
Yeah, well, Mila, do you want to tell your
Yeah.
your
I
thing on that? You can go into that.
Yeah, so I work at Stop and Shop, and on the 20th, the day that me, Nolan, and Simmons went to New Jersey to pick up that bike, I got trained in this specific thing at Stop and Shop. And the woman that trained me ended up testing positive, so I've been quarantined past like 5 days now. But results back today, and I was negative, so I've been
Negative.
ripping it up.
Let's
Uh,
go.
Sleep and play
Uh,
chill, baby.
shout out, Krista. No, but I've been, it's been bad. Like I've been getting way too fed up in NHL.
Oh,
I've
God,
Yeah.
Don't get me
I-
Don't get
started.
me started on Connor. chill.
no, cause Sim takes the full brunt of my just
It gets bad.
awfulness.
Simmons,
It
I have
gets
a
so
question
bad.
for you. How did you feel when you got that text from Melo saying, we have to wait to find out what my tests are, and if it comes back positive, you have to go get tested?
I
Like,
was.
I was shitting my pants. I was like,
Yeah,
I was like, this kid better come back negative. Like, my parents are gonna kill me if I have to go
Yeah.
get tested.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. And like, I totally understand why they would be frustrated. And that was definitely my biggest worry. I was definitely worried about getting them with corona. Cause like my mom's 60, bro. She's at the risk.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, no, my mom's old
yeah,
too.
same.
So
No, but
I couldn't
I
imagine
was
if
I
the
was
reason.
I was scared. The test, dude, is the worst pain. I've been told I was a pussy.
I've also
But-
I've never heard of
Wow.
the nose way. I heard everyone was swabbing their mouths and putting it back in the bag, and that's all you had to do. I never heard the nose
Dude,
way.
you had a nose swab?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
that
it's
must have
so
been
bad.
so uncomfortable.
Dude, I
Melo, I know
wanted
your pain.
It's
I know
so
your
I
pain.
wanted to cry. I was crying. I cried
Oh, yeah,
for
dude, 'cause
probably
it stings.
15 minutes after. I
Well,
couldn't
it's a
I couldn't
natural
drive home.
reflex too.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
natural
Yeah,
reflex to.
It was just
Yeah.
awful. I hated
I had that one.
I hated every second of it. But like the woman was like, dude, it was even worse. Like I was getting coached through it by the woman too. She was like, yeah, people say it's not that bad. Gets it done. She's like in it. And dude, I'm like, I'm not like the meditation type, but I was doing everything to just get me out of that situation. So like I was praying to Allah, dog. I was doing everything.
Allah?
Yeah, I just closed my eyes and tried to picture myself in my happy place, like Happy Gilmore style. It was awful. But and so like right when she had to like twist it like 4 or 5 times to like really make sure that my DNA was on it. And
That's,
like as she was taking it out, she was like, "Oh, see, that wasn't that bad, was it?" And dude,
Yup,
she
yes,
took
it
my
fucking
soul.
was.
Dog, she took my soul out of my nose as she said that. My whole body just
Felt like
shrank.
the biggest bitch.
I was just like, no, that was awful. Dude, I sucked in so many tears when I was it was in this like weird tent, and it was just so uncomfortable. She didn't make it any better. I was very, very, very discouraged.
Now, like, weren't you worried if you don't have corona? Like, then, like, what about going and getting tested? There's definitely someone before you that has corona. Like,
Yeah,
do
you're
they make
not-
you wait in your car?
They're not
or,
using
like,
the
what do they
same
do?
swab.
No,
Yeah,
but
they're not.
You're
not
in
like a
the
meth
same
needle,
building.
dog.
You're in the same building.
Yeah, they
it's
did have me
10.
on.
It's
They did
10.
no. Listen. They did have me on this like casting couch. Not gonna lie,
Oh,
it was just like
Oh,
this
here we
like
go.
King James like type chair. But I assume that it kind of smelled like alcohol wipes, so like I assume they could like wiped her down.
Oh, are you kidding
But-
me? Ever since this thing came
Oh,
out,
they
you know how
definitely
diligent
had to.
people are with cleaning things?
No,
Dude,
yeah,
you know
that's
what I
mean,
love?
but
You know what I love?
What?
You'll be
What?
driving, and you see them. You see them in the car. They got the
Oh,
mask on. They got
my
the gloves.
that's the
God.
worst. You're the
It's so
worst
dumb.
person if you
No,
ever
It's
it's
so
so
dumb. I
stupid.
don't get it.
I saw a picture and it was like, do you wear a condom when you go to sleep alone too?
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure it fits, dude. I ran out of trash bags, so it's just like the next best thing, I guess, to
Yeah.
my enormous penis.
Male, that's different. I wasn't expecting to hear that's how they did it because I saw this YouTuber who was going to go get themselves tested, and what they did in California is you drove up to this person, and this person was sitting in a full hazmat suit, and they would have a
Was
bag
it
on you.
Logan Paul?
Yeah, but why'd you have to do that? Yeah, literally. So he
Sorry.
you know, they hand the bag over, you take out the swab, you swab your mouth, put it back in, hand it over, and you're gone. That's what I was expecting you to do, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was really hoping for.
Yeah, that
But
definitely would have been better.
nope,
To get a
Nope.
nice swab down his esophagus.
I would so much rather deep throat a cotton swab than get one shoved down my nose. Cause like I mean, I have we were talking about golf earlier. I have a couple of golf ranges on my face. Like we don't have to, there's no beating around the bush. I have a schnoz on. So like she had a wide like fucking, she had a target to go for, and she did not. She was not. What?
She didn't hold back at all.
Oh no, she was using her elbow to get in deeper. It was. She got into my nose. It was awful.
Jesus, dude.
No, I wouldn't work. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, honestly.
So going back, I wanted to talk about this. Going back to the protests. Did you know? Because there's also a couple things I want to talk about this. There was a protest last week in India where they had 208 people killed in the protest.
What?
What?
I'm not kidding.
The
It's
government killed
it's
them?
It's a
The
fact.
government killed them?
Yes, they were killed while rioting in a
By the
protest.
police, right?
By the
Dude,
police.
I'm not surprised. It's fucking India, dude. That's like the guy who had corona in was it North Korea? He just disappeared. You just never heard from him again.
Dude, like I just
Well-
don't get it. Like you're in this huge pandemic. You're told to be stay at home, and what you do is, and I mean, I saw crowds of people without masks, touching each other up close, not
See,
caring
I don't
about
think-
anything, and they're going against the law, and they're out protesting, saying that they're
Well,
they're doing the right
you
thing.
want to be technical here. It's not a law. Like if you were to fight it, you could, because it's not technically a law. It's more of like a
Something
In
you have to
some
follow.
places, they passed it as
It's-
a law.
It's not. Is it a law? I don't think it's a law.
Russia put out tigers on their street to make sure no one.
Oh,
enters
it's
the
Russia.
house.
It's All right, we're
I'm
talking
saying
about
That's an
overseas
what
here.
I'm saying.
amazing
Some
way.
places put it as a law. It might not be here, where every state is saying
Yeah,
you
no.
can't leave your fucking house, otherwise you're gonna get a
Yeah.
ticket. But some
Yeah.
places it is that serious. They are taking it that serious.
Well, yeah, that's what they got.
So I
don't know,
just- Do you think are cops in other countries just not caring about other people, and they'll take out their gun and shoot someone if they got too close
Just mark
during a
'em.
protest?
I mean,
I
yeah.
feel it.
Because like, and that brings me to this whole thing about cops in other countries. Like, don't even get me started. I've seen videos of people getting pulled over in England, and then next thing you know, they're acting all buddy with the cop, and then like it's like their best friend they've known for years. They're walking up to the car, sticking their head in the window, talking to him, swearing at him, giving attitude, just not caring. And like, you do that shit here, man, you're getting handcuffed or you're getting punched in the face, something. Like, I've seen them put their arms around cops. Like, I've never touched a cop.
See, I think this is just like a typical like European thing. Like Europeans, I feel like when I hear stories about the Swedish guys in the NHL, the Russian guys, like they're usually like the pranksters. So like I feel like it's just a different personality in everyone there. Where America, we're just all kind of like American assholes.
They
Okay,
have
but,
to
like, we
pay
all know not to
speeding
throw 'em at
tickets
cops.
off of their salary. Timu Solani had to pay like fucking 300 grand for a speeding ticket one time.
Are you shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they take it. It's like a percentage of your salary. So he makes like, whatever it was. Like say it was like $8 million.
couple mil.
Yeah,
Double
$8
mil.
million. So he had to pay. It was like 15% of his salary. So
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that. Fuck
Wow,
yeah.
don't
that.
speed!
That's-
Don't speed in Russia.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Finland.
Can't wait.
Thank
Can't wait to not go there.
you. Yeah,
Dude,
honestly,
Finland? Dude, you know the absolute dime skis that are in Finland?
Finland? Are you kidding
Just-
me?
Yeah, dude.
Blonde
No, yeah.
hair, blue
No,
eyes,
yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
6 foot.
Yep.
So that will have to do it for the After Dark podcast here on YouTube. If you want to listen to the full episode, make sure to hit the link in the top of the description to go to our Twitch page where you can listen to us live from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe and comment down below.